Joining me today is Mick Papps, Security Manager, Buildings and Property Division at Flinders University. He'll be speaking at IIR's Campus and Student Security Conference, which takes place on the 23rd to 24th of May 2011 in Melbourne. Hello Mick, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
First of all, what is the key to training frontline security staff in our universities?
I think the first thing that needs to be established is what's the expectation of the university of their security team. Once that's established, then break it up into your core skill groups and investigate what relevant training is available for those skill groups. Be aware of the types of training that's available on campus also, and investigate those because they're obviously a cheaper option. And some training needs to be more in-depth than others, and obviously you have to be aware of overdoing any training and overload the officers with information which can cause confusion. So it's just a good thing to don't try and do too much, just deal with the core requirements and hopefully bring up the skill levels.
And what measures do you need to take to account for specific issues such as the mental health of staff and students?
At Flinders we have a professional development unit, and my officers have only just recently been through this training, and they offer training in mental health first aid. The course is held over 2 days, and it highlights the types of mental health issues that security officers on campus may deal with or be confronted with, and it helps identify the types of issues such as depression, anxiety, substance misuse or abuse, those types of things, and then also highlight the types of support that's available for these people, such as their family, their local doctors, government institutions, and support groups.
What first incident response capabilities are expected of campus staff these days?
At Flinders, our security group deal with the first incident response for all emergency management, and myself as the emergency control coordinator directs the security officers and the chief wardens and their warden network for the different buildings. So yeah, they do play a large part in that, and the university is also the Flinders University is also located on a fault line, so we plan specifically for earthquakes, and also because we're on an outer suburb in the foothills. Basically, we also plan for bushfires. So we practice evacuations, and we conduct desktop exercises to ensure that our plan still functions.
How are staff being trained in dealing with difficult students and staff, including issues such as threatening behaviours, acts of violence and active shooter scenarios? Yeah,
it's an interesting subject, that one. Our security are trained to be calm and polite in the situations, especially dealing with difficult people, so not to give them too much ammunition to try and escalate the issue. If the situation can't be calmed and it escalates to a situation where it does become confrontational in terms of violence, then our officers are instructed to contact the police, and our rapport with the local police is quite good, so the response is good as well. Security are trained not to put themselves in a position where they aren't able to tactically withdraw from violent situations. So they always have a path to retreat to, I suppose, in order not to put themselves in too much danger, and give them the opportunity to contact police. We have a scenario as part of our emergency management plan regarding a gunman on campus, and our last desktop exercise as an emergency planning group was to practice that scenario. So we also involved the police and other emergency services in that role play scenario. So it was quite beneficial to highlight the issues that and how fast those types of things can move across a campus.
You're speaking at IIR's Campus and Student Security Conference, which takes place on the 23rd to 24th of May 2011 in Melbourne. How important do you think events like this are for the industry as a whole?
I've been in the security industry probably just over 25 years, but it's the first time I've played a role within in a university. I have been involved in TAFE colleges previously, and I think it's an area that TAFEs and universities have unique and in common issues. So it's nice to be able to meet and deal with your colleagues in this area and swap ideas and maybe come up with some new options and new information, and probably a little bit of networking's quite good as well.
Mick Papps, many thanks for your time. We look forward to your presentation at the event.
That'll be great. Good to see you there.